Hi, I'm Amadi Walsh, and I want to thank Toy Burton and DeeDee's Cry for the incredible work they do in the Boston community all year long. And I want to thank all of them for organizing this event today. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and seeking and accepting help is a sign of strength. That's especially true right now. The pandemic has added a whole new set of challenges to everyday life. For people who were struggling before, it can even be harder to manage this added weight. I'm here to tell you it's okay to feel fear and anxiety. We'll feel that for some time. This is an important time to take care of yourself. We're all handling this the best we can. And the only thing we can do is take one day at a time. If you need someone to talk to, you have options. You can call your healthcare provider to get set up with a telehealth counselor. Or you can call 311 at the city, our hotline, to get connected to anonymous counseling over the phone. I know that DeeDee's Cry is going to share some important resources with you today. I want to thank the panelists for coming together and sharing their stories. In times like these, it's important to support one another and find ways to connect. I wish you all the very best, and I thank you for creating a positive change in our community.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is James Jimmy Hills. I'm the host of Java with Jimmy and also the digital director for DeeDee's Cry. And not DeeDee, Lord, all this time. It's after 5, you all. It's after 5. But Toy Burton, who is our executive director, is going to tell us why we're here today, talk a little bit about DeeDee's Cry, and then we're going to hear from Brother Darnell from the Confess Project. So there's definitely some important information that we're about to share. Take 2 seconds and share this live. Hit share as we get ready to introduce our CEO and founder, Toy Burton.
Oh, got the applause.
I'm getting there slowly but slowly.
So like James said, my name is Toy Burton, and I am the founder and executive director of DeeDee's Cry Suicide Prevention and Family Support. DeeDee's Cry is named after my sister, Denita Shayne Morris, who died by suicide when she was 23 in 1986. I started DeeDee's Cry in 2017 after I noticed organizations that focus on suicide prevention and mental health education didn't have their events in the Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan neighborhoods of Boston, communities of color. So DeeDee's Cry is about bringing suicide prevention and mental health education to people of color. And it is important that we are here today and we are partnering with the Confess Project. So we have Darnell Rice with us. And it was very important that DeeDee's Cry partner with the Confess Project because their mission is the same as DeeDee's Cry. They meet people where they're at. And I love that. So we have Darnell here, and he's going to tell us about the Confess Project.
Come on, Brother Darnell, introduce yourself. Welcome to DeeDee's Cry in a virtual space. But introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, and also about the Confess Project.
My name is Darnell Rice. I'm the Director of Membership and Engagement for the Confess Project. We are a national grassroots organization where we work with men of color and Black boys on mental health awareness and also their families. We started the Confess Project back in 2016 of May. The CEO, Lorenzo Lewis, had a vision. He had a vision that he wanted to make sure that we tackle mental illness in the Black community. I can remember coming on to the Confess Project of May of 2017. I met Lorenzo at a barbecue, and I had my own personal story with mental illness. You know, I suffered from bipolar, PTSD. I was on Ritalin, just many different things that I was going through as a young man and also a man of color, because it's important for us Black men to have a space and have a safe space to where we can be our original selves. I can remember at that barbecue where I was about to give up on life. I was just at a dead end. I was working a dead end job, and I just was ready to give up. But when I met Lorenzo, I was able to see an organization and see that it embodied me as a Black man, but it also helped me to realize that I needed to heal. So we started a journey. I can remember being a volunteer for the organization And I just was going through the motions, and not really understanding that, you know, I needed help, you know, and I needed guidance. So um, he brought me on, and he was like, "Hey, I got a vision, the Confess Project." He said, "Hey, I want you to come on and work with me so we can build this movement together." And I can remember going to all across the country and just going to barbershops and going to meet men of color and black boys where they are, you know, because the barbershop is the black mecca of the community. The you know, the barbers are the gatekeepers, they are the lay counselors, but they don't have the credentials, but they do have a pair of clippers and conversation. Barbers are just not barbers anymore, guys. They are, you know, they're men, they're fathers, they are cousins, they are husbands, they are boyfriends. They have such a pivotal importance in the community. They provide a safe space for their clients because I'm gonna tell you, you know, when you look at mental illness, especially in the black community, we don't trust healthcare professionals because of, you know, the the inequalities that is happening in our communities, you know, just everything. When you look at the Tuskegee experiment, when you look at just a whole array of things that is happening in our communities, we have to build trust. So it was just really important that the Confess Project took it to the barbershop and just utilized our barbers to definitely be that bridge to help their clients receive therapy because it's a peer support. Basically, the barber is there to be that peer support to where they're able to bridge and able to help their clients get resources. Because when you think about mental illness, you think about the third leading cause of death among African American men is suicide. You think about 1 in 5 people will have a mental illness. You know, so it's important that we break the stigma and we these safe spaces where people can be their original selves but also heal. And so we just started the movement. We went to barbershops. I can remember when we went to Goodfellas barbershop here in Little Rock, Arkansas. They opened up our doors to us and was able to just really welcome us with open arms because we would go in and we just would have a conversation because it's about having a conversation with your fellow man about emotions, about, you know, healing,
Absolutely.
restoration. And
Yes,
it
sir.
took
Yep.
wind and then after that we just started going, we we started going to barbershops across the country, and next thing you know we started getting, you know, local presence, then regional presence, and then national presence. And we
Awesome. And
started,
you
I
all are
mean,
headed toward
we went
Brother
over
D,
to,
you all are coming toward Boston soon, right?
yeah,
And we got you?
yes, yeah. And
Okay,
so
good, good.
basically we're actually on tour. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically we are planning a tour, the Road to 1 Million tour, featured with Gillette. Gillette is one of our biggest partners. So going to Boston, we're going to New York, and then Philly to end it in the city of brotherly love. And we're our goal is to reach 800 and train barbers.
Wow. 800 across the country.
So our goal is to go to each city across the country, 800 barbers in a single year. To reach those numbers, we had to definitely think of a way, strategic way to reach our audience. So we used the virtual platform and also in person.
Okay.
So we're going to 2 shops per city. So 2 shops in Boston, shops in New York, and also 2 shops in Philly.
And what are those 2 shops in Boston?
And we also train barber students as well. In barber. Oh,
I
Oasis.
know what they are, but I was just
And
going to
it's another
ask you.
shop, but I don't have them offhand.
We have them. We have them. Brother Darnell, and he's
Yes,
having some
yes,
technical
Oasis,
difficulties.
and it's another one. I think it's you have okay.
Everything is real. Everything is real and Oasis, and that's happening on March 23rd, right, Toy? Yeah, on March.
Yes, March 23rd.
Okay.
We have a bad connection,
Yes.
Darnell. I know
Yes.
you're like an hour behind and
Yes.
you're in Arkansas, but it's a real bad connection.
But we're going to make sure we get the information out, because we want to confess and make sure that these barbers here in Boston are aware. You all know Brother Allah in the community from Everything Is Real that does some great support in the community. And so I think it's definitely awesome that both you and Toy connected to be sure that this tour stops in Boston, because we know a lot of other tours go around and they stop somewhere in Bridgeport. Down in Connecticut, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But brother Darnell, why Boston? Why did you pick Boston? I think we may have lost.
Well, we knew that that's where Gillette is. Gillette is in Boston.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was saying we picked Boston because we knew that Boston was important. You know, not only because, you know, of the Black community, but also, you know, Gillette is there. Gillette is in Boston. So that's why we picked Boston, because we knew that on the East Coast, we knew that there were going to be, you know, especially our communities of color, but also we knew that Gillette wanted us to come to Boston. And we know that it's a lot of important history there in Boston, for sure.
Important is a nice way to put it, sir. And I'm sure you'll get a full tour from Brother Allah when you get to Everything Is Real and Oasis as well. So you should definitely be good. As Toy mentioned, our brother Darnell has some technical issues, so we got accomplished what we wanted to get accomplished this evening. If you're listening, please know that they will be here on Tuesday, March 23rd. More of the schedule will be made available on the DeeDee's Cry page. You'll be able to go to the Confess Projects page. We want to make sure, if you want more information about the Confess Project, you can go to the confessproject.com and get more information there about that. And also, of course, if you want more information about DeeDee's Cry, you can go to deedescry.com as well. But these brothers are coming to the city. And Brother Darnell, I just want to name definitely that we're in 2021 and women have been holding brothers down for a while. Some women are definitely barbers as well, and have been a resource for our brothers to talk with as well. So we definitely, you know, want to celebrate and name that as well.
Yeah. And we have barber stylists that are female in the coalition as well.
That is definitely awesome. So we're looking to hear more, and we'll figure out one way or another. There's another platform, and Toy can connect us, but we get you somewhere to better signal to hear more, hopefully before the 23rd, to make sure that the information is out there, and DeeDee's going to be there. DeeDee's Cry is going to be there in support and whatnot. So we're definitely looking forward to this on Tuesday, March 23rd. Remember, if you're listening, if you know some barbers, there'll be more information about how you can sign up virtually and also in a in-person space. Did I cover it all, Darnell?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can now? Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep. Go ahead. Just talk.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I was saying that yeah, we having technical difficulties on my side.
Right. All right. It's good.
So they can reach out to us on all social media handles, the website. If they want to do the training, it's on our website as well. Go to www.theconfessproject.com, and they can also hit join the coalition. Someone from the department will contact them for information where they can get linked into the training line for free.
Okay. Awesome. Well, Brother Darnell, we thank you. We had some technical difficulties, but we thank you for your time. to definitely let us know about this. And we'll figure out something else when you get a better signal to make sure the information gets out to the Boston area. But don't forget, everyone, you can go to theconfessproject.com to get more information about the tour. You can definitely check out DeeDee's Cries page on Facebook and to get more detailed information about March 23rd for the local here in Boston. Everything is Real has a Facebook page as well. Brother Allah has a Facebook page as well. So the information will definitely be out there. And before we get ready to go, we want to make sure that you all are aware that DeeDee's Cry this Friday is launching its 5 at 5 on Fridays with Dr. Brandy and also me, Jimmy. But Dr. Brandy's going to really be leading it. But it's just a real time to come together. This first session, we're going to learn about DeeDee's Cry. In the next couple of sessions, we want to hear from you about how you heard about DeeDee's Cry and your interaction with DeeDee's Cry. So that's taking place on Friday at 5 p.m. It will not be live, but make sure you tune in. You'll be able to comment and get some information. We'll go back and check those out as well. And the last thing I wanted to mention to you is that on every Saturday morning at 11 a.m., DeeDee's Cry sponsors children's social and emotional support with Miss Crystal. And again, yours truly, I'm just the host, digital director, y'all. It's really them that's doing all the work. But that is taking place on Saturday at 11 a.m. So please be sure, if you need information, tips and tricks about how to support your children emotionally and socially, given what's going on during COVID, please make sure you tune in on Saturday. And Toy, I think I got everything.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so we are all set, everyone. Again, please remember that you can go here and get more information about DeeDee's Cry. Our phone number is 617-410-8693. And if you would like to make a donation, please consider doing that. Mail that to the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. Write DeeDee's Cry in the memo section. You can mail that to 2 John Elliott Square, 2C in Roxbury, Mass. 02119. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but the message got across. You heard Brother Darnell, and we will make sure we figure out a way to get him back on one platform somewhere or another. We're all family here. And again, thank you all for tuning in this evening, and please share this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Darnell.
Thank you, Brother Darnell.
Yes. Thank you, James.
No problem.